we are streaming, I believe. Okay, so this is not a great idea, ultimately. I have a grocery delivery due in about 5 hours and 40 minutes, and my frame of mind today has been basically it's going to be easy for me to stay up than go to sleep and try to get myself up at 6 in the morning. So what I'm going to do is play Mahjong up until about maybe 5:30. We'll see how this goes and see how the press this goes. But it also means I'm going to be playing ranked on Tenhou and see if I can actually improve my ranking here after spending most of the day awake. And yeah, this is not going to go well. The commentary is going to be fairly light. Hello, Mono. Thanks for joining us this morning. Yeah, the time now is 20 past midnight. This is not a time to start playing Mahjong typically. But it's what we're going to do anyway. Let's see how things progress. Also, something has gone a bit wrong with the way this looks. Sure it's not my audio settings or anything that's gone a bit widdly. No, it's coming out through there. Somebody will have to let me know if there's any actual issues going on, but yeah, I guess we're playing this with absolutely zero sound for the moment. We'll throw a dragon here. Oh, nice. What time does Tawny start? It is weird in all black. I don't know quite why it's done this. We'll have to see if we can reset it at this point. I'm going to be feeling that a little later, especially if I start losing. Let's get rid of my close weight on this side. Especially since we see all of the 9s. 10 AM. You've got time to go to sleep and do that. You don't have to stay up and watch this nonsense. Let's get rid of one of my pairs at this point, because we have a few of those at the moment. Fortunately, having got rid of a 9, this means this is going to be a for a 10 thing, so we've already kind of gone backwards, but keeping ourselves on that possible Nageshi. Well, I mean, I'm going to be playing enough games that hopefully it will just be a factor of my skill, or the fact that I am just mentally exhausted, and towards hour 3 we'll start thinking we're a potato, but something along that lines. If this turns out to be a complete disaster, I will just stop and try and snooze for a bit. We've actually got reasonably lucky here, actually. If we can get a 6-9, we actually have... Well, no, we don't have it there. We need to pair something. Ideally 7 or 8. Hatsu is fine. We can get rid of that. It works. It possibly does work. Not denying that. It possibly works. The thing is, though, I'm not going to be allowed to... I'm genuinely hitting Nageshi here. It won't last. I need to go at least another 6. Alright, just Sumo'd. So that's Sumo only. I'm surprised you didn't go for that. You didn't have Pinfu. Okay, so I was obviously waiting to try and get off a Pinfu weight or see if he could get that, and that just drew the winner. Fair enough. So this is definitely a fair starting hand. See how things progress and whether we can actually go any further with this. Also, YouTube is probably telling me I am streaming. It is. Okay, so possibly Peiko, possible just Pinfu. Need to draw something on these. Okay, not the worst thing we could draw from that, depending. Hey there. As described, I'm doing late night mahjong because I got a delivery coming in 5 hours and 40 minutes and decided that staying up rather than sleeping was a good idea. We'll see how much of a good idea that is in a little bit, but... But anyway, this is not my usual streaming time, so we'll see if we can actually get some people who aren't usually into this, or at least around during the usual-ish times. Ishan's in. Oh, just a food delivery. I ordered it about 3 weeks ago, and the only slot available was 6 AM on a Sunday. Which, yeah, sign of the times. But I'm finally getting some food. You know, not that I haven't gone out and got food anyway, but it's the main food delivery, so... Alright, she called. I am going to reset this once I get out of this game, because something has gone slightly wrong with the way this is set up. Ooh, possible. Is that going to be better than that in... It's worse. We could always cut, but we're then cutting for the free there. I mean, that's basically sign of the times. The only slots that are available in any kind of supermarket that I get was 3 weeks from the time I did it. It's calmed down now, but that's just how north of England was. / is. I should probably be checking about my next one, but I haven't been paid yet, so... Oh well. Okay, there's another one. Four, 7, 2, 5. That's a risky tile against you. Called. Alright, we'll drop that. G across the table. Could still pull this off. I'm doubting they want a one-man. Yeah, they don't want a one-man. I can't play that, so I think we are out for the time being. Switch to Tenhou. Well, that's going to make that much difference. I don't think we're going for this. Unless we get... We need an 8 dot to be played right there by one of you two for us to play ours. Or I'm just going to go dealer greed. I am a dealer, so I should possibly consider things like that. Alright, dealing was anyway. It was 6-9. We survived the dealer turn without losing any points. Somewhat safe, but not definitely, which is the thing. Admittedly, I still need to hit my actual tempai to discard it in any case, but... Okay. Start with one man. East into another east. Yay. Well, I wouldn't have got that east anyway. It would have gone over to you and we both held it for whatever purpose. I mean, nothing exciting happening in the first couple of hands, but we're still very much in the game. How come they ranked on Tenhou instead of Mars and Soul? Because I've kind of been making a point of doing this. Also, Tenhou tends to have the better players, based on experience and the fact that this platform's been going a lot longer. And the only way to really get any better is to continually play better players. Oh, or study. I mean, you could study. We'll play the definite safety for the moment. So we've actually drawn a nice tile there. But getting rid of the white dragon is going to be awkward. I'll get rid of a pair of 8s rather than that. Honestly, I think we're still dodging this for to a large extent, but we've also got to consider him as well now. And I will occasionally play ranked on Soul. It's just mostly I'll do that as part of my Tiles of Confusion stuff. I mean, yeah. The Gold Room has basically become what the Silver Room used to be when I was doing that, and I don't think I've gone up the ranks as fast enough to avoid all of the nonsense. The nonsense is everywhere. 3 pairs. Still early days though, so we're not going to worry about getting rid of them just at this point. I'd say Tenhou is weird about any kind of sound. I mean, sound's not why you play on Tenhou, but it just feels really weird not having any kind of audio feedback. In many ways, it's made me have to pay attention more, which is, you know, it's probably a good thing. All 4 green dragons coming out in succession, so we're all doing that game. Alright, white call. I don't know whether it's higher, honestly, but the amount of people will attack everything, and I think that's kind of true in silver as well from when I was running it. But it feels like there was a time when I got up to gold and everything seemed to calm down, and there was genuinely good players crafting hands every single turn. They weren't going wild with it. Since I went out of it for a few weeks and then came back, it seems to have devolved a little to that level again. But I don't know whether I'm just being unfortunate with my opponents or picking a really odd time, and I really need to think of something I'm doing here. Let's go for 9-man for relative safety initially. Nope, that's not what we wanted to do. Therefore, we are going to be considering other options here. I am out of time. I don't have anything directly safe. We'll play the 9. Which is Fedora. Why did I play... no. I mean, that's general safety play, but I shouldn't play Fedora there. That was a terrible decision at that point. Still, good news is, nobody else wanted it either. Shah. So Ishan sends for 7 pairs. And that's the dealing. Okay, we're fine with that. Turn only, dealer repeats. We are in second. Dama is just silence, so i.e. not reaching when you have a winning hand. It's usually advisable to do so if you've got a hand which is, say, at Mungan level or above, because if you advertise the fact that you're in Tenpai, people will try and play defense against you. They might not necessarily do it incidentally if you just happen to be, you know, playing a normal game. That being said, Reach is generally good for value, and also there are various rewards to it. Obviously, the additional Uradura, the extra Han as well. Sometimes you need to reach for a hand, but definitely if you've got the ability to get a Mungan hand without it, you should generally not do it. Don't reach, I mean. Although definitely the greed is there if you can get to Hanneman or Baiman, and Mahjong being a very situational game, sometimes you need a Baiman hand or something of that level to gain a position. So, yeah. But generally you'll see high value games sort of go very quick for short hands, except when a big one comes up. And part of the defense of defending against a big hand on the table is to win with your small one. As long as you can dodge what they're actually waiting on, which is the trick that I haven't quite gotten the hang of at this stage. We're up to 9 viewers. This is kind of insane. I don't get 9 viewers on my streams. 10 viewers now. That brought up to you briefly. This is more populous than my normal streams. Dear God, maybe I should just stream at midnight every time coming on from now. Oh yeah, I mean there is that. If you need a bathroom break, you have to reach and hope you don't win instantly. I'll play number 2 dot here. Can't do anything with the 8-man. Well, indeed, but I'm counting my local time for when it is. And I normally start streaming around 7 o'clock, 7:30. It's now half midnight. there are downsides to Riichi, of course. If you have to take the win if it comes off, and sometimes there'll be positions where you want to not take the win off particular people. We'll play safe for the moment. Yeah, we're out of this one. Although I don't know if we've got anything safe after that. Well, I'm not sleeping because I've got a grocery delivery in 5.5 hours. Oh, thank you. That gives us a definite. We're probably going to go with that anyway, just on the low initial dot tile. Sosu tile, rather. But hey, we got a pair of them. We are fine with that. So riskiest tiles are probably going to be around the middle Sozu or the high Manzu, based on that. Oh, I'm not liking this. Okay. That passed. Yeah. I mean... Yeah. Nope. 9 should pass because he's reached on it. So we survived the round. We'll see. If he's revised it to be something a little more intuitive than it currently was, maybe. We'll see though. Alright, so with that, I'm down the third. There's actually a tie for lead, but we're still playing a 30k game at this stage. Typically 7:30, so 4 hours, no, actually, no, longer than that. 5 hours ago, as of, oh, hello, Owen. Yeah, 5 hours ago as of now is my usual stream time, but on a Friday. And I'll occasionally do some random shenanigans with Kyril on a Sunday. Depending on what those shenanigans are, I will either stream it myself, or I'll decide that the game is a bit too all over the place. Like, Secret Sake is a bit of a weird one to stream as well. With a lot of hidden information games, it tends to not work that well. And yeah, it's a hidden information variant of it. If and when we can get Washizu Mahjong sorted out on Tabletop Simulator, that will be a randomly, separately announced thing. But I'm usually good about posting in Discord about when I'm going to do things. Usually. Anyway, we'd like a hand at some point. And this is potentially going to be one. The downside is we need to get rid of the Hatsu if we can. Well, it's not Dora. We'll go for it now. No, it's fine. I know the feeling. I'm probably going to be locked down and overtime for my next couple of Fridays, actually, but we'll see how it goes. Nothing meteoric happened. You're still second. No, you're still top of the table at this stage. Alright, this is 7-man now. I want to get the risky tiles out while he's playing those. So, getting there. We need to pair something up, but... Okay, pawn. Well, we'll see. I can't play that consistently. Alright, that kills off most of our chances of completing this set, in all honesty. But we're technically Ishanten. I have no idea. I'm trying to work that out in a bit, because this is not how it normally appears for me. Gotta be honest. I think at this point we fold, because I don't see a way of getting around that easily. So yeah, we got 9, so we got 7. We're out of this. Yeah, I'm going to try and work that out when I actually get out of this, because this is just the standard web version of it. But for some reason it's coming all black rather than the usual way, and I don't have sound. So something odd has happened. You discarded the 8. Alright, what nonsense are you up to here? Good news is I've overcalled twice. And there's a sumo. Alright, so that was just a recall back to sumo. I guess you were on Toy Toy and just decided you had that as a better option. So, pay only. We're still in a 30k game. Nobody's broken the threshold. Don't want that. Don't want that either. We need to get something, because we haven't actually... I mean, we're third, but it's not a secure third. Honestly, that's just... ugh. And we're being attacked as dealer. Okay. Who wants their west rounds? Because I think that's what we're heading towards right now. Come on. Alright. Slight hand improvement there. .7 man. Ideally for somebody to play south. Oh, there's our south. Okay. We're still 2 away, but we aren't. This is our last dealer turn. We need to kind of try something with this if we can. Unfortunately, we're running out of tiles to do that. And with a double call on the right, probable Honitsu and a Riichi across the table. Well, North should be safe, and we have another pair, so we'll cut that and hope that we can get to something in the turns it takes us to draw and discard those. Oh, absolutely, he's in tempo. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to follow them because this is looking... This is unfortunately where we're going to have to start folding again. Pressing though it is, we don't really afford to throw away points at this stage. So I reckon he got low Sozu based on that slight pause there. Either that, or the player to the left has got a pair. It's discarded from a set. He's discarded from a set. Eight. So all the 9s are out. So one more would be definite, but that's our discard if we got nothing else that we can say is. Okay. Well, we have a player who is going to win the game at this stage, and we have yet to win a hand. This, though, is not a bad start. fact, we are not going to West repeat this if it comes off. So Riichi pin Foodora. Ishanten. Sure, I don't think I'm waiting for it though if it comes off. If I get the Senpai before we get the 4-dot, we're probably just going to go with it as is. Okay. Okay. We're going to lean into potential free-sided one, especially as Manzus have been quite cheap on the board. And there we go. All right. Riichi Tenhou, Pinfu, potentially free-sided. 3-6, 3-6-9. Alright, immediately called my Riichi tile. I've played Singapore a couple of times because I used to play back on Mahjong Time ages ago. But, so I've played a few of the other ones. I've got stories about American Mahjong, which is just terrible. Based on a single game that I've played of it. Oh, damn it. Okay. So we lost the Riichi stick. And we were a bit closer now. Actually, no, that probably doesn't make that much difference. I think we're slightly further away from second than we were, from last than we were, but yeah. Wasn't to be. West does nothing for us. And I think we're going to go and get the West here. Yeah. I played one game because people had... I think the way it worked out, I was... Mahjong Time, and the reason I went away from it is because there were just no games on it whatsoever. At all. But I've been hearing the basically saying you need one more for American Mahjong for about 20-30 minutes at this point. And I figured, you know what, right, we'll sign in, we'll just play a standard game, I'll try not to stay out of everyone's way. We'll just, fill up a spot. I basically mentioned this to them in chat that I'd just be filling up a spot. Now... American Mahjong is weird. You have sort of tile exchanges, you have jokers, you have various other things going on. So, what I did, in my only hand I've played of American Mahjong, was go for what I would consider in any other variant of Mahjong, a Chinitsu, or a flush, or Sozu. I was told, after one hand, to get out, because I didn't understand the game. Despite my earlier comments that I was just there to fill up a spot. And at that point, I lost all interest in playing that game. I know. And I don't know, because I haven't ever bothered to look into the rules, I don't know whether going for a full flush hand has any kind of value in American whatsoever. But that is basically my experience of American Mahjong. It might well be a useless hand that's absolutely terrible. But, it's... Karaoke minigame is actually not bad. I kind of like it, weirdly. Oh, dear. I also should probably concentrate on this, because I've basically two hands to try and pull off 100,000 points. I mean, Monk and Sumo gets me basically all the way there. Plus somebody else's Riichi stick, plus or a dealer repeat, which I think we're in repeat 1 right now. Who are you waiting on? You. I technically have 4 pairs now, but I feel it's a bit late to go for a 7 pairs push. Although 3-dot's safe against the call. I wonder if I've made an error here. Well, 2 we know is safe. Alright, definite Tenpai there, especially if that's not a live dragon. So I don't know why you're holding on to that then, unless you just really wanted a safe tile. Good draw. Well, we could try and risk a 7 here. Just trying to work things out. Because I think we're on a Tenhou push regardless at this point. Tenhou draw a 1. Nope, we managed to pass that test. Okay. Downside is, at the moment, we have to get rid of a 5 and hopefully an 8 if we drill a 6. Over that, we get closed on something. That's not great, but we know 7 passed the first time, so we're going to go for that a second time. In fairness, you're playing well for somebody with 4 months' experience. Right. Have a 5. It's a dealer reach, so it's worth the most points here. We could try for a Suji, but 1 dot works for the moment. We'd only do it for the get to Tenpai at this stage anyway, so... Yeah, so the door indicator is part of the 14 dead wall tiles. That will not be part of the game, except for score calculations at the end. Or Carnage. There's always potential for Carnage. I don't have anything that's good against that, do I? Nope. CG. Oh, and a deal in. Okay. So, oh, it's a big hand as well. That's the first Mungan, the proper hand of the game. And it's put us in second. So, points, if we can survive this hand without losing much. I mean, I've done nothing. This has been a game of me just not doing anything. Yes. Admitted, yeah, there's 14 tiles that just will not be played with in the main game. This also changes. So in a Khan, you basically draw from a dead wall, but you replace it with the last tile of the main wall. So there's always 14 left at the end. There are exceptions to this. Washizu Mahjong plays on a set number of discards. Washizu, by the way, is a fun format that I'm hoping to get off the ground at some point, but we'll see. Kairo's interested. We'll find 2 other people who have Tabletop Simulator and we'll get a game of that. It will be slower, but I love my Washizu tiles. But yeah, you can't guarantee. You can't. Yeah, that's the thing. I didn't know whether you actually had Tabletop Simulator or a chat, but yeah. So therefore, we are only waiting for 1. But obviously, then need to just arrange a time and date when everyone can do it. So obviously, you've mentioned you're away for the next few Fridays, so it won't be Tiles of Confusion Day. But we'll work this out if we get 1 more person who's definite for it. But this hand is looking okay. If we get the Ipeiko Pinfu Tenhou. I mean, I need it to be bigger than this to take a direct hit, wouldn't I? Ipeiko Pinfu Tenhou, direct hit, hopes for some Uradura. Hope for the Ipeiko. Yeah. Okay, let's go with this. So 258. In which case, what was he complaining about? Was I went for a full flush in my game? Oh well. It's fine. It's historic. Well, we'll take the red 5. It secures us second. Isn't enough points, but there's a Mungan. We finish second. We have passed 9. We therefore go up to a grand total of 340 ranking points out of the 800 we need. We started at 400. Alright, so what is causing the settings to be weird? Can I even adjust the settings from here? I have no idea. Hold on. Let me just grab that. Bear with. And alternatively, I could just try and play this through the app, which I still have, but I don't think I've paid for it in quite some time. Play. Grab that. this window. Bear with. Alright, we'll try this one. And we're going to queue up for another one. Hopefully, we've now got sound back. And various other bits and pieces. Because it's nice to have the audio cues, because occasionally I'll look at the chat and not actually notice things. That being said, it's still not actually done that. So, yeah, there is oddness occurring, but okay, fine. We'll play another game like this. Especially since we got this kind of starting hand. It's fine. Honestly, the stakes have never been lower. You know what the prize is for winning my tournament over the things? It is this silly little trophy with a sticky note of all the past winners. The stakes have really never been lowered. Anyway. Hey, I've got noise back. I just don't have it in the right colours. But hey, I can hear things. Currently, your name is going on there. I haven't even got my colour. What the heck? Alright, fine. So I could reach for a close 2, or I could reach for a 5-3. Neither of them are really massively great for me, but I fancy kicking this guy a little bit. Safe tile there. So basically we're waiting on a 5-man. You call 2 of my tiles, what, will you? We'll see. There is that. I don't think that's necessarily going to be the way this works out, but you know. Because it looks like he's on a half flush, so he won't want to have anything like that. But he might play the 3-dot, which has been proven to be safe earlier. Who knows? And generally, early reaches means that people will try and dodge around things anyway, and we might have a chance of drawing any that are left. I also have the ability to calm the 1, so... I think. Yeah, the 1's not been played yet.
Each.
Counter reach. Well, I mean, that was the idea. Didn't work. And now we have the dealer reach, which means that is definite dominance assertion.
Hung.
Ron?
Home.
No. More attack, though. Double door, red 5. I know. It's almost as if that doesn't happen in real life. I always feel bad when I pull that off, though. It's something that does occasionally happen, but I always feel bad when it does. Anyway, it's very possible my hand is just dead, because obviously 3s and 5s tend to be used in people's hands. But we'll see. There's always the hope. 4 more draws. Hey, there we go.
Boom.
Double roll. Nice. We had a slightly better weight than the dealer. He's hit a manga. We have hit only a 3-hand hand, and we're non-dealer, but we hit a 4. Oh dear God. Rip. Also, why does he get the reach sticks? Why does he get the reach sticks? Hold on. Why does he get the reach sticks in this? Surely they shouldn't go by priority. Oh well. Fine. Fine. It's something I've never noticed before, but I'm going to start bringing this up now. Also, this is a great second hand. The good news is, I don't think I'm going to lose points this game. No, your luck is going well. Also, hello, Patrick. I'm not going to call that because I want to obviously try and grab the value, and we might be able to call the second one later if we need to. We also just might not need to do it. I know, I mean, I guess it makes sense, but it's just, I didn't know that the reach sticks would have been prioritised to the first person in sequence when we're not doing head bump rules. See, this is why head bump makes sense. Well, they are. They're sort of, if you have the off screen, you'll see that they've got the middle one. So one Honba and no reach sticks currently in the middle. But yeah, they're not shown. At least not on this part of the client. There we go. Right, reach dragon. Reach dragon.
リーチ
2-5. We might. This game might be over here. And it's enough points that we would overtake the 30k here, so... Not quite. We're playing an early 1. Somebody might decide that's a good reason to play a 2. A couple of 2s have already been played. Other than that, we're on the 5. Which, you know, one player at least needs to do it. For a red 5, send a message. I mean, I would, but that puts me for a 10 in the for a 10 reach at that point, when I don't need to be. Unless you're telling them to do it, in which case, absolutely.
ロン
Hey, okay. Well, it's not a instant win the game, which I was hoping for, but it is another manga. Yeah, I mean, it's been going downhill since I started. Since, you know, I started it a week ago, but yeah, since we started streaming beyond midnight, everything has kind of gone well. We played a silent close game, and ended up, you know, finishing on positive points. And yeah, now we are about to win a game, presumably, because on 1,000 points, any sumo does it. So we don't even need to really push for hands here. We can just... I mean, in fairness, if he wins another hand, that'll reset the game and I'll have to play properly, but we'll be aiming for sumo here, and we already have one Dora, so we will knock him out if we get any hand. Plus one Dora. Alright, east. Mind you, this Road to Third Dan Dream has actually been a thing for at least 5 years. I don't play a lot on... I used to play on Tenhou a lot, but... Yeah, it's on the East 2. He won... It was a dealer repeat, because we had a double one, and then that. So, yeah. East 2, he got into 2 Hannemans. One because of Ura 4.
ポン
Well, I think that's a message being sent to us, so I'm going to play my Norths, and we'll see if we can go around that. Which I think we can, actually. We're East-Shanton now. 5-8 free man. Yeah, I could still use it that way. That would be an appropriate end to this.
ポン
Okay. Well, I am still kind of going for this, but we are definitely going to just now dodge.
Dong.
When I say dodge, did a good job of dodging there. We failed. Alright, game on. Yeah, it was actually Toy Toy. I had a safe tile as well if I wanted to dodge it, but I was still trying to secure the win at that stage. Which, alas, is a weakness of mine. I could have waited. Didn't need to win it now. And now I put myself in a position where I could very much lose the lead and just about anything. Alright. Let's see what we can do here. Not going to take that just yet. 2, 4, 6, 8. We would like some odd tiles, though.
Riichi.
Well, momentum shift. This is fine. White's fine. Red should be fine as well, based on one played. Oh yeah, no, my lead's increased. If somebody else picks up the win, then this is absolutely fine for me. And one player in particular has to at least try for something at some stage. Maybe not now, but... Part of the problem I'm having is that I am out of safe tiles already. I don't like the Suji on the 5-man, especially since I'm giving up additional value for it. So we're not going to assume that.
Long.
Okay, the good news is that secures third. Also, my gap has technically increased. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, no. 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 So we play the 7, though. No, I mean, this is honestly a hand we're pretty much folding out of regardless if we do anything here. I'm not going to go for a Nageshi. I'm not going to go for a Kokushi. We're just going to play this one out. No, no. We're not beaming it out. We are not memeing it out. We are trying to defend this one. So the way we're going to defend this is by playing 5-4 now. Look, in 3 hours' time, when I'm still playing and I have a mind about the same intellectual equivalent as a potato, then I will go for a Kokushi attempt on 8. Right now, I am trying to play middle tiles that'll be more dangerous later in the game and keep my safe ones for now. Also, if I can make it look as if I'm going for a Kokushi, somebody might assume that's what I'm doing. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Yeah, it's fine for me to just give up the hand. We are dealer, unfortunately, but what can you do? Give somebody some bonus points. That's what I can do. I mean, generally speaking, because the reason I do that, and the reason it's my usual, if I have a Kokushi hand I'm not going to win with, attempt, is because people don't want to call things that early. If they do, it commits them to a low-value hand. Also, we fold in second, but fine. So by playing the things like the 3s to 7s to 5s, the things that people will want later in the game now, they'll be reluctant to call them and reveal their hand and also commit to something. So they're more likely to make them pass. That means I can get then the safer 8s, 9s, 1s out later in the game. And certainly Bonitiles when they actually prove to be safe. I also could have taken that, but no well. It's a fine. That's my general Kokushi theory anyway. It doesn't always work, and sometimes I'll just do it as a justification for why I'm trying to still go for a Kokushi that isn't on. But no, I decided not to there. Not with 8. 9, absolutely. But 8, I think the odds are 5% at best, and that's hoping that somebody else doesn't snipe it from you.
Riichi.
Also, somebody is on momentum. Okay, well, we can play safe for the moment. Not right now. It could be, but... Generally speaking, the hand's probably going to be garbage, but somewhere around the 3-man. We have 2 whites if we absolutely decide we want to play safety here. Could be.
Riichi.
Okay, counter reach. It could be anything. Most likely it's going to be on something silly. Also, you're going for hands as well if you're playing middle 5s out.
Long.
Oh, is this a Mungan? Is this game? Not quite. Yes, morning. It's 1 in the morning. You've missed some amazing plays. some really amazing plays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And a pair. If I draw the 9th, we'll do it. But only to shut you people up. We didn't. I think again, we'll just play that. You missed the epic start to this particular game. The players who are right dealt into 2 Hannemans. One of them was mine. The other was the player across from me. It was kinda epic. The fireback's gone quite well though. I don't feel this is on yet. I mean, we're still 3 away, but we're now at the point where we're going to have to go for it. Two greens. 2 souths played. We got the green. Okay, fine. 1 away from Tenpai with Kokushi. But these are the difficult 2, so we need south and north.
Riichi.
Okay. I think we're out of this.
Sumo.
Riichi Sumo, Pinfu, Tenhou. And that's his Hanneman. And that is game. So we finished that in 3rd. Kind of feel we threw that one away ultimately, but hey, not doing too badly. Our actual ranking has gone up. All right, let's go for another one. Game 3. Hakudora. And I mean, I've had worse starts.
Home.
Ishanten. If we commit to 4 being a pair, that's fine. So yeah. Alright, no worries. Okay, unfortunate. Does nothing for us. Still enough that people aren't going to just consider calling random things, which is good. I think that's our freebie. Have a second one. No. Hopefully 2 middle 5s is going to be putting somebody off. I don't really want to discover Dora for this, though. So it'd be better if we, in normal circumstances, we could get rid of that. We'd have slightly more options to get to Tenpai, but because we can't really call 2-5 at this point. Arguably means we should have got rid of it, but I mean, we're still the aggressor. Okay, one more. A little annoying, but I feel that we've been pushing our luck a little bit here, especially as he now got a call against us. So we are going to fold out.
Dong.
Okay, 1,000 points, and we are now dealer. Good draw. Okay, another good draw. So potential free-sided weight if we can fill in some of these closed and pair something else up. So 2 away, really. Okay, let's go for the 1 free because they've both been played. It's not helpful. That 8 is helpful, though. I mean, yeah, we're waiting on a closed thing, but I think this is still fine for 2 Dora. Especially as we add Tenhou into the mix these days. So 147 for Riichi on the 7. Or pair weight. I mean, I've said this to everybody who's come in and said something of that nature, but basically I have a food delivery arriving at 6 in the morning, and I figured that the easiest way for me to actually manage that was to stay up. So, yay, I'm staying up. Have a thought up. So I stayed up, and since I'm staying up, and I kind of mentioned to Carol I might do it, I am playing Mahjong.
Home.
Yeah, we call for Tenpai here. 2 Dora, 4-7. Watch us draw the 1 now just to punish us. For hubris.
Riichi.
Not definitely safe, but since we see all the 8s, it should be.
Sumo.
Alright, well we didn't lose 1,000 points from that. We did, however, lose more points from the sumo. So both of us ended up about even in terms of losses there. Oh well. 2 Dora in the opening hand, plus things. Normal times 3 for you. Well, I mean, to be fair, I seem to be having more viewers now than I do in my normal time slot, so maybe this is when I should be doing it. Also, Sif, you have Tabletop Simulator, don't you? Okay. At some undisclosed time in the future, Mono, Chiral, myself, you playing Washizu Mahjong. Are you interested? I've gone back and forth between Twitch and YouTube so often that I'm just tired and sticking here on YouTube from now on. I mean, yeah, it probably would be a weekend thing. And certainly not this weekend. Most likely it's going to be a Saturday at some point, maybe even this time of night if people are around for it and prepared. But again, it's just trying to settle things and get people firm on trying this sort of thing. Otherwise, it'll just be a thing. It'll just be a project I talk about, and we never actually get around to doing it, which is always a problem. That's a good draw. Let's go and cut the 7 now, though. I'd like to keep the 6 if we absolutely can, but failing that, we'll cut the door for Riichi. Dora. It's not that great, is it? Alright, let's cut the 9-8 out here. Because that allows us to potentially more easily include that 5, the 6 anyway.
Chi.
It's fine, but as I say, I've got a tabletop card thing which I've been working on for oh god, madness has begun. Madness! Alright, let's cut the 6 now, because we've seen one that's just been played, and that is going to be the most problematic thing we've got left. But yeah, usual blood roll supply. There'll be a bit of seat swapping as when we go, so that both players have a time to be Akagi and both can be Ahsoka. But yeah, we'll work out details later down the line when all parties are available. It's just now at least I can try and work it around around 4 people I know who I've potentially available to get things organised. Ugh, dear God, it's already 1:20. I'm already talking like this. I'm going to be a potato by 3 o'clock. Alright, this is bad. This is bad, and I'm not sure it's worth it.
Riichi.
True. Well, I know 3-man's safe against you. I don't think it's safe against the other 2, though. Looks like the door is safe, but we've already got rid of that. Oh. How worth it is this? It's not.
Chi.
Yeah, but I've been up all day up to this point. And I was cutting clips of your infinite wisdom since at least 12 this morning. 12 in the afternoon, anyway. Whenever it is. Yeah, I'm just going to have to go out of this one.
Sumo.
Zoom across, it fills on the 5. Good news is, I am no longer in last. Last place avoidance mahjong has been achieved. Somewhat. 4 pairs. 5 pairs. Okay, we'll get rid of the 5 then. Alright, East is good for the moment. Dora and 2 4 played. Somebody else might be on 7 pairs. Okay, 1 South played. South's usually quite good for this sort of thing. I mean, as I say, I generally find the quality of players better on here, but who knows? Oh, I can't really discard that. Whoa, okay. Am I still in? Nope. Reconnect. Reconnect and hope that I haven't done anything majorly wrong with that. Thank you, let me back on. Oh, I've discarded a pair! And it's for... Oh, god darn it! Also, what's all the sound again? We're back to how we were initially. Disconnects happen. I'm not going to worry about that call now. Oh, fine. One man. Four safe. I mean, I played in. I mean, not necessarily. They might just decide I've not got anything related to that because I played a 6 early, but I was definitely keeping Fedora 5 for it. Also, East has now been played, so I could have got rid of that if I'd have been paying attention to things. 9's not going to be useful for a 7 pair attempt. Can't play the Green Dragon this late in the game now, especially since the call's been made, so we're kind of committed on this one. Okay. 7 pairs actually missed now. Although, again, couldn't really have played Hatsu against this. Reach across on the green. And deal in. Okay, fine. That is fine. That evens up the game for us. Unfortunately, puts us back into last. At some point, I know the colour is going to come back as well as the sound effects, but... True. I'm actually okay with a North reset if it happens. It doesn't. Okay. He did have it, so he's got a hand. Okay, we'll follow his 8 for the moment. Nine's not helpful. Okay, do you think that's a Honitsu? I'm thinking it is. Oh well, we'll take the risk now. It means we're probably going to have to try and do something with these. Okay, carnage available. Dragon only then. So we can definitely play out the 8s or the 3s if we wanted to. Well, 8's probably more readily than the 3s. There we go. Alright, I guess we're at 1-8. We're having a go. I've not done too badly overall at this point, although... yeah, it's not the greatest time to start playing Mahjong, arguably. Second 8 passes. Four draws left, I think we're out. I mean, I'm playing random games on Tenhou, and I'm only playing this because I can't be bothered to go to sleep because I've got a delivery coming in 4.5 hours. Which, you know, is food, which I ordered weeks ago, so I don't want to make sure I get it picked up. Red. Not improving safe. We'll play a 7 dot then. It means that we'll get to the point in about 2 hours' time where I basically have the mental capacity of a potato, and then we'll see if we continue playing. Also, nice. Yeah, I was watching Kyrill's coverage on that. Kyrill, by the way, has many, many, many pearls of wisdom. And who has delivered at 6 AM on a Sunday? Morrison's. And only because that was the only delivery slot I could secure. And it was also the earliest delivery slot I could secure 3 weeks ago. The North apparently does not have a great many people willing to do it. Also, everybody was panicking at that point. So, yeah, hence I've got to either stay up or be up at 6 in the morning on a Sunday to get delivery, which will be late. It was. And to be fair, he came up with at least 10 pearls of wisdom that I captured for anybody to view at their own discretion. None of them were taken out of context whatsoever. Not one. Well, maybe one. Or two. Or maybe all of them, in truth. But they're all pearls of wisdom. Especially his ones relating to drink. You might have been talking to me. Isn't Chiral great? That's a great question. We should discuss that in great detail. Okay, so we have Riichi on the close 7. This is not great, but we have a Khan on the board. Okay. Let's go for it. Riichi on a 7. Let's see. Give me that delicious, delicious Kandora. Riichi Patsusumo Kandora, come on. No Uridura. Oh well. Mangan it is. No, it isn't. It's not a Mangan. What am I talking about? I'm no longer in last, though, so huzzah. Progress. West of again. Hey, this is my 3rd currently. This is, you know. It's going to be many, many more before I'm done. Heck, I might even get back to the heady levels of being nearly at the point before I had my absolute disasters. Thank you. No, I live in England. Unless you're talking to Sif, in which case... Okay, possible Pinfu Ipeku, so possible other things. Okay. Can we make the 7 pass if we had to for Ipeku? Arguably. Hold off a turn there. This is possibly true. Alright, that's fine. Other people dealing in. We are perfectly happy with that state of events. That also gives me an increased gap to last place. We're sitting north. We have double Yakuhai. We have... Yeah, okay. We have no reason not to go for this. Feed me. Nope. Okay. Obvious Honitsu is obvious. Okay. Obvious Honitsu is even more obvious. Do we have the possible Itsu here? You're not part of the possible Itsu. Get out. Indeed. Or, you know, in my early days of teaching people the game of Mahjong, every hand is a possible Itsu. Certainly can be if you believe it could be. Alright. We'll gamble the 8. Nah, done it. Played safe for the death on the first one, and now we just lost our lead. So we're back in last again. Given we'd already committed to try and go for the hand, it felt like it was worth an attempt. Okay, Dora and Dragon. And deal a rampage, essentially. Also, this is South 4, so I do need to actually manage something this time. Good, I managed to help everybody on the table. Perfect. I managed to help you twice on the table. Perfect. Want a third? No. Okay. This is not going to be my game. And that's nowhere near big enough. But it is, again, going into West Round, or actually no, not West Round yet, it's a repeat. Alright, so I have one more attempt at this. So I need to... Well, actually, I just need to win anything. If I win anything, I can actually put this into a West Round, and then I can put off my point of finishing last one further turn into the future. And is there a nobler goal than trying desperately to not lose in the future, rather than losing now? Oh yeah, I clipped all the wisdoms. I clipped every wisdom that I came across. Unfortunately, I'm fairly certain I missed some while... No, why would I joke about things like that? I take my job seriously. Which one was number 2? They kind of started blending into each other after a while. Was that his counting one? His counting one was kind of epic because he still got it wrong at the end. Yep, he still got that wrong at the end because it was free. But under pressure, I'm not going to... It's fine, just an under pressure thing that wasn't strictly relevant to anything at that point, but, you know. It was still quite good. But Kyril has all the power to take them down if he wants to, if he feels any of them have gone over the line, and if I have, I've apologised, but ultimately they are things that he said. Alright, let's go for it. We don't need a big hand here, we just need to win and push this into West. Or deal in. On a closed weight, which, you know, is the other thing that could definitely have happened. Hey, we're losing points again! Unfortunately, Tenhou may also have decided to just give up on me. Bear with. See if we can get back into this and actually have a thing that works for once. There we go. Right, queue up. 280. We're on our road to first down here. I reckon we can do it before the end of the night. That was definitely the way we're going, Red. Definitely going that way. We weren't supposed to be going another way at all, were we? Yeah, okay. It is, but we have Carnage, so, you know. Carnage will make everything better or worse, or will do absolutely nothing to help our hand out. It will do one of those three things. I'm not quite as good as the Shadowhawkian Wisdoms as Kyrlis at the Chiral Wisdoms. I mean, I suppose we could go for the hand that cannot possibly happen.
Boom.
The problem is, if that fails, you've just made the situation massively worse. Also, if we keep drawing terminals, I am probably just going to cut this up and go for the hand that is impossible. However, that, at that point, is enough to draw that off. Okay, if we can draw a 4-dot now, this would be perfect.
Kan. Sumo.
Darn it. All we did was give them extra points. But at least they didn't, actually, they didn't get any aura from that, so it's all good. Alright, Hatsu. We never said you weren't trying to win, sir. It sounds a bit insulting to claim that we assumed you weren't trying to. Oh dear. Well, the good news is I'm exactly 2 wins away from getting to a starting point for... oh, the murder one that was the last bit of wisdom that I clipped was, yeah, that was something. It's almost the pleading in his voice at the time that's that really sells it. The worst kind of hostage negotiation going on, I think. Let's cut it now. It's going to be risky if we leave it. Oh, fuck. It's the second time I've done that. Although, admittedly, one was due to disconnect. Good draw. Let's count the 9s. E Shanten. I mean, this isn't a Sananko hand particularly, but I mean, I've pulled it off a couple of times.
Kang.
Okay, we want to reach this if we can then. Come on, last
Chi.
south. I could just take this and take it south only, but no. I'm gonna see if we can hold off.
Riichi. Home.
So 2 only. Hatsu, 1 played. It could easily be what he's waiting on though. Darn it. Alright. Frustrating, but... No, you did worse. You threw a Suanko Tenpai away. That's what you did during the stream. I actually got straight back into Tenpai doing that. I'm awesome. Can we get into man just because of that? Not quite. Yeah, he had Suanko Tenpai, and he decided to go for the Ipeiko only weight. That's a good draw. Alright. Green's already been played. Indeed. I'm not sure if it was because of that, but, you know, as it turns out, neither hand won him the game, regardless of it, but... So he wouldn't have pulled that off unless somebody had dealt into the Sananko Toy Toy side based on different tiles being revealed, but... It didn't look like it was on. Well, I can't say for definite, because obviously people play slightly different safe tiles based on your slight difference of tile you reach with, but I don't think it would have made that much difference. There's a chance it could have done, but if people didn't have specific safe tiles that they did with your edge weight, for example.
Riichi.
Play it again, Sam. Didn't play it again. There we go.
Dong.
Reach pin through door 2. That's a start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, 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 nope.
Home.
West Wind wants it, so they're on a Sozu Honitsu. Or something bizarre. Or they just have a bonus triplet already secured.
Kang.
Or they want to go nuts and give me door of 4. Well, given I pegged them on a Sozu weight, that might actually be extremely bad. Okay, that was what they were waiting with then. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, fine, fine, fine. I think we've been given a clear signal that this is not our hand. What are you doing to me, game?
Boom.
Okay. Well, that's not what I was expecting, but hey, I'm happy that that happened rather than the other thing. Nice. One. I know it's Fedora, but we're just throwing it now. Rather than have to rely on getting it out later, but it's more risky. Tempting, but I know we're going to be on the double pair weight anyway, but if we have to rely on one of those as our pairs, then I don't know. No, we'll wait on the moment.
Boom.
Okay.
Chi.
I don't own X1 2.5 at the moment, but potentially.
Boom.
Double dragon weight? Come on. No, I can't call that. 4's dodgy. 8's been played if he's on Toy Toy.
Boom.
4's been played if it's on Toy Toy. And we have our dragon weight. Double dragon!
Boom.
Double dragon Dora. Oh, for God's sake, not again. Come on. At least I won the hand first, hopefully. Please tell me I won the hand. I had auto run on, so that should still count for that, but... Oh, come on. Okay. Back in. I've discarded a 2-man, which is marginally useful, but could have been worse. Lost sound, but I have graphics, so huzzah. My internet is being that level of tricky at the moment. Right, also take stock, we're in the south round. I've just made a good draw, so got my sound back. Perfect. What are you talking about, Cyril? Nobody ever pronounced it wrong. Not that I've noticed, anyway. Well, it's not like I discarded a pair of Dora 5s the last time I disconnected, so yeah, it could be a lot worse. Yeah, fast stance is a valid tactic. I've gone through phases. Well, my tournament thing is generally my tournament game plan. If all else is going wrong, is just call for sense in hands and just try and get through things fast, and hope that eventually the game will give me something. Yeah, let's take the risk here. I want to move the game on if we can here, so being in Tenpai for 1-4 seems like a good idea. Fight's been played by the players well, right? Yeah. True enough, but it's still worth being in Tenpai.
Riichi.
Overcall? Well, as I say, the ones are out, but it's still reasonable. And it's not a weight that it looks as if we're on. So, oh, I don't know what the hesitation on the win was. You had it, and it's a Mungan, nearly. Yeah, fair enough. Well, we got double south potentially, and yeah, this is looking quite good. Also, right, how are we doing? Yay. At least it's making up for it with good draws. Alive is good. Alive we will take. The game is going to make me discard a Suanko. I'm sensing something in the way that I'm getting tiles right now. I mean, God damn it. If I get a set of the 8 dots now and just give up a Doko, that's going to really annoy me. Nope. I try not to swear on my streams if I can avoid it. It's just something I've always done. I don't swear that much in real life anyway. It's just I'm generally a civilized person for given degrees of civility. Again, we'll see what I'm like in 3 hours' time when I'm a potato. Okay. So I think at this point we've got to consider ourselves more or less out because we just not developed fast enough. So you what? To be fair, I was born in Chatham, so I am technically a chav. Do with that information what you will. Nope, I was born in Chatham. I was raised on the Isle of Sheppey. I am technically a chav. but at least I wasn't a swampy. Yeah, we'll just fold out.
Kang.
Technically, we could have tried to wait for the low and last post. No, actually, we wouldn't have had a last draw, would we? For 7 pairs.
Kang.
Actually, no, we would have done. Okay. So, I'm the only player not in tempo at that point, but that's fine. Easter.
Boom. Boom.
Okay. Manji Honitsu up top. Not giving up the south though, just because there's always that outside chance. I don't see any other honor tiles on the board right now. But again, my philosophy is, even if he were to call the south, he doesn't have it. He just doesn't. Still, we'll make somebody else make that call.
Riichi. Boom.
He doesn't have it! I promise you he doesn't have it, but there's no way we're playing it now.
Long.
I'm tempted to find out if he had it. But we'll worry about that later. For now, we're still in South 2. And somebody is rapidly closing in on our lead. Yeah, I could do. I might have to go and just have a check on that. But he didn't have it. It's my usual default philosophy in these situations. If somebody's got 2 calls for a Yakuman, they don't have the 3rd. I'm just emphasizing that for that one. Sounds not helpful. Would like to get this game out of the way, though. At least get you off a dealer turn and at least limit the amount you're threatening me.
Boom.
That doesn't limit it at all.
Boom. Chi. Boom.
Well, if that's the game we're playing. Could be Chanta. Yeah. If it is, we're holding all their 8s, so it's probably Toito, in which case dropping pairs is the best thing I can do right now.
Long.
Damn it. Oh well, that's swapped the position over. Now we're gonna fight back. And I kind of overly committed by calling twice, so I kind of had to try and complete it if I could. That's my justification anyway.
Boom.
Good draw. So technically Shantin. Best kind of Shantin, of course. I just had that moment when my brain's fried. Sorry. So first one of those, not good. I should open up a 258 weight though there if we get the other side of it. So.
Riichi. Chi.
Dare you kill my possible Ipatsu?
Sumo.
How dare you steal my 1,000 points? Oh well, dealer turn. North. It happens.
Boom.
Oh, I can be superstitious about Mahjong. I can also know that superstition is bullshit, but I'll still be superstitious about Mahjong. Anyway, that's a good draw. Let's get rid of the other close weight then. One's not useful. Unless somebody else wants it. No. Outside chance v Peiko versus just staying with what we are on. I mean, it's close weight either way. I think we probably prefer the one that's going to give us a bit of a value boost. So, we'll see.
Boom. Chi. Riichi. Chi.
Right then. that much nonsense going on. Unfortunately, we're folding our dealer turn, which I hate doing, but...
Long.
I think I almost prefer the knife fight sometimes. Oh well. We're relatively safe in second. But we're close enough that I'd want to have a go for the lead. South 4. Ultimately, I don't have to go for anything, but we'll probably still try. Okay, you shan't 10. I mean, in many ways, that's Mahjong.
Chi. Chi.
Alright, let's do that first. Goodness knows. Not a good time to ask me, I think. Okay, so reach on the 5, we're in a close wait for the 6. Half Suji. Reach Chidora.
Riichi.
Yes, why not? What's the worst that's going to happen from this? We fall to 3rd. Which we take. It is extremely unlikely that we're going to fall to last from this. So,
Chi.
let's see.
Chi.
Also, these two are determined to fight this game out, so who knows? There we go.
Boom.
Hey, we picked up a win. One more of those and we're back to the starting point. Plus 49. There we go. We're back over 1500. Hooray. Alright, where do I review the last games? It is here. That's the one. Thank you.
Long.
So it was south to... Is it the draw here? No. That wasn't the one I won. It was this one then, wasn't it?
Home.
Yeah, he didn't have it. He was nowhere near. I'll take that as enough proof, or buzz through the game anyway.
Home.
He's a great bluff, but he didn't have it. South actually would have been completely safe, and it was actually screwing two of us up, fine, but he didn't have it. Alright. Let's exit out of that. Alright. Oh, indeed. It's worth knowing. Alright, one more. Game 4? Game 5? Who knows? They're starting to blend into each other a little bit. All we know is if we win this, we're back to a starting point of second downship. Nice. Okay, let's risk some dragons.
Boom.
We've got a pair. So alright, fine. I was so happy to get a pair instantly there, but Hatsu only is an absolutely fine hand for us to deal in. If that's my only if that's the only way I'm going to get punished initially in the dealer turn, I will take it. Oh, he was bluffing. That's what should be known. I think, anyway. He didn't have it.
Chi.
Leave it in your own hands. I get it. I get it. It's fine. Oh, I feel semi-suicidal and stupid. Let's do it anyway. Yeah, it passed.
Chi.
Well, now I really don't want to play it, but it was fine the last time. Door is safe. I'll say that's probably Senpai up there.
Riichi.
Alright, let's see. Darn it. Could have had a chanter out of that as well if we'd waited a turn, but alas. No way of knowing that was coming. Yeah, Jun-chan. Yeah. I mean, the fancy upgraded form of chanter. Why not? Indeed. All the best Yaku have fancy monocles. Well, I think we're just going to get the draw refresh here, which is at least fine for us, because that puts us back to over the 25 starting points. So, Haite? No. No, only get the one. They're fine. I was hoping to retake the lead with that, but it doesn't matter. Actually, we wouldn't have retaken the lead from that, but we'd have been closer. So, up to second. East free. And, yeah. Okay, start. Central Sanchku. And we're drawing well, so nothing to complain about at the moment. Okay, that potential Sanchiku is just looking slightly better here. Ishanten. 6-man, 6-0. The other things get us there, but you know. Ooh, is that better? That's better. Yeah, we'll go with this. Anything that gives us a possible Itsu attempt is going to be has to be considered. I mean, yeah, it's a possible Itsu. I'm going to go for the possible Itsu because I am greedy, and it's clearly wrong. And Kyrol disagrees with me when I do this. So therefore, these are all reasons why I'm going to try it, even with 2 of them already out. And it's the same value as the Sanchiku I kind of nearly had anyway. No, catch you later. Now true. And arguably you're correct, but you know. Greed.
Riichi.
Alright, Riichi. Riichi pin through anyway, if the 9 comes off. One of those is left, one has just been played. So it's hell weight on that, but other than that, we can win on the 3-6. And all the 6s are out.
Riichi.
Pursuit reach. Oh, god darn it. Auto run, please. I don't know if that's even going to take it now. Darn. Come on. Give me the reconnection. This is why you click auto run. Ah. Refresh, come on. At least let me see what I dealt into. Well, I'd like to stay here and see if I got it. I have no idea anymore. Oh no, I think that like it is now I didn't get it because I think I clicked the auto run after it disconnected, so I'm severely doubting I have this hand. Come on. Well, I either gave it up, or it just went to a draw and nothing happened. And again, we tossed a 1, which is potentially useful, but again, we could have discarded worse on a random tile. Ah dear. There are 3 reach 6 and 2 in the middle, so it did go to a draw. But whether it should have gone to a draw or not, I won't know. Indeed. I mean, it ultimately doesn't matter at this point, so I probably wouldn't look it up at this stage, but yeah. It's why I should click auto-run, clearly. That is now on. Damn. If I'd have done that, I'd have taken it regardless, and I'd have at least known that, you know, I didn't just randomly give up a win. I also now have to pay slightly more attention, because I don't have audio cues. Alright. So, slight annoyance on my internet aside. What are we actually doing here? I mean, if you just don't want to do it, have any hesitation, and you want to confuse people, your rapid fire, just instant discarding of things, maybe? Who knows? So I could potentially do some calling for Tanya, although 5, 6, and 7 are not likely to be played. Will give me opportunity for that. Something to consider, though. Nice. Okay. Each on 10. Even more Rishanten. The same level of Rishanten. 15 tiles left. Play safe for the moment. East is safe as well, actually, but... Well, there's all the bonus points going away. Good news is our gap to last place has expanded. And we have a reasonably fast Tanpin hand. Or possibly Itsu hand if we are otherwise inclined at this stage, which we might be. We again kind of stole our last one. Right. We're not losing our second Itsu here. This is a worse Itsu than the last one, but we'll take it anyway. Well, the trying to work around it didn't last long. No, arguably you possibly are. He's not. Yeah, but it's early enough that I think it's fine in this position. If it did nothing other than slow up their initial discards, then it's probably done a reasonable job, giving me a few chances to try and call and draw the darn thing. And my own evaluation of my own hand would be that I don't particularly want high Manzu. If I do, it's towards the middle, which again does count 7 included in that, but there's not a lot to go on. Generally speaking, early reach could be on anything. Pursuit reach, and that's a deal in. Thank you very much. That might even be game over though. If I've hit any error. Nope, I didn't. So game's still on. I have a shot at actually pulling off the lead here. Dealer, Manga, and Sumo would be enough. That being said, we're going to have to keep order one on even though it might bust you out, because I'm happy to secure second. I just wouldn't have it on by default if I was playing with a connection that actually kind of worked. Or consistently worked, I should say. So Riichi Pin Fudora is what we seem to have, which isn't enough for definite Mungan, unless we get some extra luck. I suppose the deal in would be fine though, free Han. Yes, risk it now. Good draw. Alright, 9-8. You see one red, so it's probably fine, but we'll hold off for it for a couple of turns and just make sure of things if we can. Reach across, okay. A little annoying, but we'll play around it. So one away from Itsu again. Not Itsu, but one away from Tenpai again. And we have 2 safe tiles, so we can just get rid of this pair actually while working around it. 7 is safe. Sim mode. Waiting on 9-4. Okay. So we lose slightly more points than everybody else in that mess, and I think fall to second. To third ray, sorry. Oh no, we are still second. But a much closer gap. So Wanderer Dragon and South in our opening hand. So, yeah, we might be going overcalling with this one. Oh, that's annoying. Why would you play that? Why would you do a third turn reach? Okay. I don't have anything definite, but... Hey, okay. He's got a safety buffer at last. And it moves him 5,000. It moves him nearly 6,000 points closer as well. I think he was already in Mungan Sumo range, but he's now in Freehan Sumo range as well now. And he's clearly not happy about it by initially double calling. He got second. He's got the other ones considering. Nope, there we go. Dealer repeats. Well, I'll be a little careful about it going forward, but we don't mind giving the dealer a few extra points here. That probably benefits us in the long run. This gives more opportunities for these two to trade some points with each other. So technically Shanten. Shanten for a few things depending here. Hold off for a moment. This is the problem, because it doesn't actually help us a lot. Play the 7. Reach 9-1. I mean, fine. Oh, it's cold. Alas, we fall to 3rd. And again, attacking on a nothing hand, I shouldn't really have gone for in the end, but yeah. Hey, but Morrison's delivery is on its way, which would be far earlier than I was expecting if it's coming at 2:30. But nice to know I got the email confirmation on it. Yeah, we call this. And this is a game of see how many substitutions I get, and I have quite a few of them. Oh well. Apparently you've replaced chicken thighs with chicken thighs. Well done. Okay. North only. Moves the winds on. Hopefully we get a hand that's actually slightly more to attack with this time. I'm also getting the feeling that I might have to actually close this off and not do the full stream at this point, because I am already feeling it, which is not a good place to be. Well, I mean, this shouldn't be happening for another 3 hours and a bit, but I'm not going to last that long, I don't think. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not giving up just yet. Certainly not if I've got a hand that actually has the ability to come back and take this win. Alright. Not ideal, but Ishanten. Khan doesn't really help me. Have a pair whichever way this really works out, so... Two to 7 man. Any of the 2 to 7 man gets us there, really. Come on. Or 5-so. 5-so's good. Heck, Red Dragon would do it as well. Although it would be a very bad way if the Red Dragon one came off. There we go. Reach. Auto-ron. 4-7. For Reach Tudora. Pursuit Reach. Just the sort of fun things I need right now. You can make a 4-man pass. You can make a 4-man pass. We will sumo. Okay, that's fine. Sumo's fine. Reach Sumo Tudora. Did we get any errors? No. But Amongan plus Reach 6 is fine by me. We are 16 behind with 1 hand to go. And we have 1 Dora as well. Okay. So this will put us back to the starting point. And I think if I manage that, I am going to end the stream. I'm not sure I'm going to... If I don't do that anyway, but... As ideas go, this was interesting, and I'm happy I did it, but I feel this was way too ambitious. Based on the amount of tiredness I'm feeling. Oh dear. Not sure what I'm going to do for the next 3 hours, but hopefully something not quite as mentally taxing. Alright, so Reach Dora 1, which is enough. Fortunately, we're losing... tiles that qualify all the time. Thankfully, we can just get rid of the 1s and go that way around with it if we need to. If we can draw something connected to the 5-so, it would be fine. Only because we played the 3. Yeah, if I'd done that the other way around, I might have been better off. There we go. 6-so is perfect for right now. So it's still potentially in a pair weight, but it's a pair weight with all of the outs remaining. Better yet, draw either of them. Should be good. final alternative, have you deal into somebody. You are dealer as well, so provided it's not of a ridiculous amount that would make us lose the game, or fall below the 30k threshold, that exact level of hand, we could potentially do it. Drawing a 6 also gives us pin foo, so we could do it silently. That is not helpful. That is also not helpful, but we'll finish second. Gain a few extra points, build ourselves back up to nearly the original starting value. We're at 1510, which is about where we started. So overall, playing ridiculously tired for about 2.5 hours has led me to be slightly above where we started. There are various conclusions that could be drawn from this, but I think the main one is that I'm going to end the stream here. Thanks for joining us, those who did. I can't say this is going to be a regular thing, where I just stay up really late and play Mahjong, but it could be. I keep promising occasional 24-hour streams, and Mahjong will definitely have to be part of that. So, thanks for joining us. Until the next time.